hears a bunch of Sal stuff, it's getting more and more painful to listen to that dumbass Sal on the air. He just can't get it through his thick skull that he shouldn't be talking to anyone other than Richard. I'm sure Russell Simmons felt so much better after talking to Sal. For Christ's sakes, is Sal even coherent? Just shut up and go away, Sal. What a douchebag. Did you see the email?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, you got slammed.
I got email too, though. I could bring in my email.
Sal's a little delusional about his racism, which is why he can't carry it over to a new situation. His problem is... Oh, okay, this is a long, boring one. Please confine Sal's involvement in the show strictly to phony phone calls from now on. He is an idiot, and listening to him argue his point is literally painful to me. I also think you should IQ test him because I thoroughly believe he might be mildly retarded. I was listening to you on the wrap-up show yesterday. I said to Gary, Sal's really dumb.
How am I dumb?
Wow, I mean, you're really dumb.
You know, this is very insulting to me.
I know.
I
believe me, I don't say this.
I know.
I don't say it easily.
Dumb.
Okay.
I got to play back your own words.
But can I say one thing, Howard?
Yes.
All right.
Let me play it back.
All right.
Here is Sal. And I don't know if you heard the wrap-up show, Robin.
I did. I had a chance to listen to almost the whole show.
All right, here is Sal. Now, if you remember yesterday, I yelled at Sal and I came down hard on him. I don't want you taking pictures with the guests. I don't want any fucking interaction.
You have a
work
website.
Here. No. You are not part of that website.
All right.
Your picture should never appear on the website again. Okay?
You're out of your mind.
No, I'm not out of my mind.
Okay.
You're out of your mind.
Okay.
That's why we're having this discussion.
They need a picture of Sal and Russell Simmons for the website?
Yeah.
Black and white. It's the merges of the two races.
Jason, no. If Sal asks you to take a picture, you say no.
No, thank you.
Okay? Seriously.
Okay.
I'm not into this bullshit. And I'm not making a joke. I know
I'm not either. I'm not, Howard. I do anything you say. When I touched your fucking megaphone, the germaphobe freak that you were, you said never again. I never did it again.
Sal,
when I asked
Sal,
the bitch
I'm
phrase
not even
freely, you said never again.
I don't need to be told what I am. I just need you to follow the rules.
I'm done.
It's a
I'm
business.
following them, dude.
I know it doesn't seem like it is, but it's a business.
I'm with you. I'm part of the business. I
And
mean,
it's up to me to make sure this business runs.
I wanted Russell to feel more comfortable.
Russell Simmons' last thing that he remembers about being here at this, some fucking cracker came up to me.
Right.
See,
I'm the White Devil.
The White Devil. He goes, some asshole.
That made him comfortable to
and
say
phone
that.
numbers, and he's calling and planking phone calls. Just let it drop.
You
I
got
just
it.
handled it. We had a good interview. It was funny.
Yeah, because me and Richard did the drops.
You did a great job, but I don't need you afterwards.
I know, but Howard, I want you to understand that my intent wasn't to be creepy and stalkerish.
I don't want you even...
I'm a human being. I can say hello to somebody.
No, I don't want that.
Okay, you got it. But I'm just saying hello.
I don't want you say hello to Richard. Don't say hello to my guests.
All right, I got it. I
don't know how to say it any more
I'm just
clear.
I'm trying to justify my actions.
That's how you infuriate me.
I'm saying that it's never going to happen again. Never, ever, ever, never, ever.
Don't
but I'm
say
making you
you're a human being and you need to say hello to people. You're not a human being.
I do need to say hello to people, but I will never do that for you anymore.
You're barely human.
All right, say what you want.
You've got to promise me you're going to stay away from my guests.
I'm
not joking.
I'm not joking either. I promise.
You have no ability to know what you're doing.
But I do want you to.
Sal decided that he would approach Russell Simmons, our guest, and it went into this whole thing about Sal calling himself a white devil, but it was just. But here's Sal's explanation for doing it on the wrap-up show, and I'm dumbfounded by this.
All right, I'll explain it. We walked out of the studio. The camera's on. Greg is there. Jason's taking pictures, which I asked. I said, should we take a picture is it okay if we take it? And he said, sure. And Russell was okay with it. I shook Russell's hand, and I said, Richard and I were the guys who did the drops on you today with those phony phone calls. I go, so, we really are the White Devil. So that was primarily the joke. Like, I was trying to make him feel at ease because we made him look like a fool on the air.
First of all, your whole premise about us making him look like a fool, he didn't look like a fool. He handled himself beautifully.
Okay, well, then I used poor judgment.
Okay, let's continue with your explanation, because this is why I think you really all have a low IQ.
Okay.
What do you mean it makes him feel better about his thoughts? What do you mean about it?
I'm not getting into it. We all know how we think deep down inside. Here's a man that called Howard Stern the N-word 4 or 5 times. Here's a man who doesn't like the Jews. So when I called myself the White Devil, I was having him say to justify his deep thoughts.
Who said he didn't like the Jews?
Oh, I know for a fact he doesn't.
How do you know?
I'm a big Beastie Boy fan, and I know a story he said about Michael Diamond, who's a very popular
Whoa, hold on. Were you in the
This is quoted.
for this story?
This is
quoted where?
In many magazines.
Statistically speaking.
Okay, I'm going out on a limb, and I'm going to have to stop you if I think you're going into weird
No, I
territory.
won't. No, he didn't say anything well, he did say something anti-Semitic.
So
he said when you shake Michael Diamond's hand, you better check you have all 5 fingers.
But why is
and that's an implication because he's Jewish.
How do you know that? Why isn't it just about the guy himself?
Because they were business partners, and Michael Diamond is Jewish.
But how do you know it's because he's Jewish?
What other reason would you put together? Check if you have all 5 fingers.
Because maybe
when you're shaking a Jew's hand. If you
that's you.
If you shook a Polish guy's hand, he would say, he wouldn't say check for 5 fingers.
But that's you being an anti-Semite. Maybe the guy that you're talking about, maybe he just had dealings with that guy where he didn't trust that particular person. You've now put the Jewish spin on it.
No.
Yes.
If you say so, Mr. Know-it-all Dell'Abate, I know that when a black man, I know when a black guy's shaking a Jew's hand and he says check for all 5 fingers, first thing that comes to mind, cheap Jew taking you down. That's what he was implying. But that's what he was implying. What else would he imply?
So wait, so your white devil comment, what? That's your way of telling him I know.
Put him at ease. I know what you're really feeling. I mean, come on. He called Howard a nigger. Come on.
So it relaxed him.
Yeah.
First of all, you are not in charge of relaxing my guests. That's
I don't know where
number
to
one.
begin with that.
Yeah,
clip.
me too. Number 2, you're so
I was
off.
sitting in the car confounded. I was like, this is the most
Russell Simmons
ridiculous logic I've ever
is
heard.
a huge proponent of peace. He has come out and made many statements. In fact, he's one of the few guys, a black guy, who went on television and said, I'm a Jew. Meaning, in other words, if you're making fun of Jews, you're making fun of blacks. If you're making fun of... There is no indication because he thought that the guy was less than reputable.
Oh, come on. You know how we all know.
I mean, there's just the thought process.
I'm not
there
saying all of you, Robin,
is so
but in his
convoluted.
case, the man was a follower and follower of Louis Farrakhan,
He was
who
not.
was a Jew hater.
He was not a follower of Louis
He was a
Farrakhan.
supporter of his.
Sal,
and
you're a Jew hater.
He
Hold
said-
on,
he-
the
he said he
Anti-Defamation
met-
League
he-
came down on him over
But it didn't mean he was
Where did
anti-Semitic.
you get all this research before you came up to him and said white devil?
I do my research. I
Yeah,
do my
okay,
homework. But
okay.
I called myself a white devil. It was a joke. The whole base.
Don't make jokes to my guests.
I won't.
That's all. That's
But-
it. I don't
okay.
need you making anyone feel better. He felt fine when he left here. I don't need you making him feel better. You made him feel worse.
Okay, well, I apologize that I made him feel worse. But the whole basis of the interview yesterday
Sal.
was him calling you a racist term.
So what? I don't need your involvement in that discussion.
And Sal, he was kind of, when you hear the play, he was kind of fucking around when he
Yeah.
called Howard. And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He was
I mean,
joking
come
around.
on.
He was not. He
You
told
don't
me
have that.
was.
You don't know. Listen, you don't
See,
know
you
anything.
can't even
Oh,
figure
his
out what
brain.
other people are doing.
Listen to me. Yesterday, when I said that to him, I just said it as a joke, and he was on the way out.
Oh, it just
That's
got
all.
worse
But
and
who
worse.
are you to be joking with him?
He was breaking Howard's chops, who's another sort of celebrity that he knows. And they're
But Sal, you
coming
have
in
nothing
on
to
a
do
total
with it.
friendly
Oh, so when Russell
basis.
Simmons
Is
breaks
your
Howard's
job?
chops,
Is
that's
your
fine.
is your job? Yes, it's fine. I'll handle it.
Okay.
Is it your job to handle this stuff in the halls for me?
No, it's not.
Where is that in your job description?
It wasn't. I was just caught in
Stay
the
away
shuffle.
from my guests.
I will. I told
I'm
you
really,
I will.
I'm really starting to have a problem with you.
Howard, I told you I will. I won't go near the guests.
But this is like the 5th time you've said this.
Yeah, I
No,
need
it's not. It's
It
the
is.
second time, Gary. What the fuck are you doing here? Go eat your fucking cookies, you monkey face.
You said you said you were going to stay away after Ace Frehley. You said you were going to stay away
but
after
that
John
was a
Stewart.
year and a half
After John
ago.
Stewart. But why should there be a time limit on you being an asshole?
But I wasn't.
If you don't stay away from him, I gotta let you go.
Howard, I wasn't deliberately
that's
trying.
how serious this is.
I'm being serious too. I wasn't deliberately trying to be an
and I
asshole.
don't
No, we
wanna
know
let you
we
go.
know that you don't know what you're doing. By the way, can I just jump in, Howard, and tell you the
God,
story
you
he
guys are
told?
relentless.
The story he told about whatever that guy, whatever.
Whoever.
No documentation of it anywhere. We looked it up. We went through LexisNexis. We couldn't find it anywhere. Then we found out that Sal knows the story because he used to be the president of the Beastie Boys fan club. Somehow,
Sal was?
yes.
You fucking retard.
I know
you
for
were
a
the
fact.
president of the Beastie Boys fan club.
Yes,
What
I'm
does that
Prodigy.
mean?
What does that have to do? How
On
did you?
Prodigy.
How did you become the president of the fan
So
club?
you're privy to information we don't know?
That shows you're an idiot.
You're on a high-pitched mic level.
Oh, now you're knocking the Beastie Boys.
No,
Jewish
I'm
people.
knocking you.
Okay.
People, what does Jewish have to do with anything?
What do you mean?
constantly bring the Jewish thing
Sal,
into
everything
everything.
to do
What
with
are
it.
you saying? You were the president of the Beastie Boys fan
The Beastie Revolution.
The Beastie Revolution.
club. How old
We
were
should
you?
let him go based on
I
that.
was 17 years old.
Oh my God,
17.
dude. And what were your duties?
It was on back then Prodigy was popular, so
Right.
what I would do is I would filter through all the sort of like the Stern Fan Network.
Yeah.
I was like the mutt of the Beastie Revolution.
Did you have to contact everyone? And
Yeah, and I
Did people pay-
Posted things.
yeah, I posted their what days where they were performing, and I
Did
posted
people
all their
pay
interviews.
dues?
No, nobody paid dues, and I also posted there's lots of Beastie Boy memorabilia that people don't know about, and I have a whole collection of it, and I would post where they can find it. And there was they once released Still Communication in a green vinyl album, and it had a little green
believe this
sticker on the
fucking guy?
back.
I don't know.
And I would.
And you're laughing at those Star Trek people?
Yeah,
Let me tell you,
we got
Sal,
a genuine nut job working for us.
So, Sal, you here as the president of the Beastie Boys fan club that Russell Simmons made this awful statement about Mike D. Because I know the Beastie Boys. Is that Mike D?
Michael Diamond, that's
right.
correct.
So how did you find that out as the president? How did you know that?
Some idiot wrote it on Prodigy.
it's
Michael call
documented.
you?
Documented.
Documented where?
I can't
How come
recall.
no one can find it?
I can't recall, but I'll find it someplace.
All right.
And how about Russell Simmons putting out groups like Public Enemy that always put
So
down
what?
race?
It doesn't mean
what?
he's a
but
racist.
I'm not calling Russell Simmons a racist. I'm saying that it can't be. If I call
Do
myself
me
the
a
White
favor.
Devil,
Bring in your favorite Beastie Boys album so I can take it and beat you over the head with it.
Yeah,
and
what
knock
kind
some
of
sense into
memorabilia you got? We want to throw it.
I
at you.
have. Listen,
It's got to be licensed to ill, right? I mean,
no Paul's Boutique.
Well,
if you're a real
no,
Beastie Boy fan, it's Paul's Boutique.
a conversation over.
Boutique.
Boutique.
No, not boutique.
Well, I'm not the one shopping on Saks Fifth Avenue. My girlfriend every day.
But it's
so
a
I know how to say
boutique.
boutique.
But it's a
You're
boutique.
the head of the Beastie Boys
I knew how
fan
to say
club.
boutique when I was 7. You fucking retard.
You never heard them say the title of their album?
Paul's Boutique. Whatever.
What?
Boutique.
Boutique.
Sal, Gary was so right in what he said to you yesterday, and I'm
Yeah,
glad he said
yeah.
it. That you totally have this thing in your head where Jews are cheap.
No.
That's all you know. That's all you think. That's all you. So when Russell Simmons
Anyway,
says
it
that
got
about
even-
someone,
it even got even-
you project that onto him, and then you make an ass of yourself by explaining it.
I don't know. Suddenly Sal is Simon Wiesenthal, though, and he's figured out that he made the huge leap in Russell Simmons' life because he called the guy cheap. It means because he's a Jew.
Right.
But in
Maybe
this,
the guy's cheap. Maybe there's a lot of people in Russell Simmons' life who he considers cheap who aren't Jews.
Sal, you know how many
but
Italians? You know how many Italians I grew up with?
A lot
who
of
would
people-
not part with $1.
a lot of people are not followers of Louis Farrakhan who
I see.
quoted he loves
Okay.
Hitler.
He's not a
Followers
follower.
again.
Yeah.
I just got Lisa G has this. Go to Gary preview page 1.
Yeah.
In green, we have the audio of Sal and Russell Simmons.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
How you doing? I'm Sal, and that's Richard.
How you doing?
He did the phony phone calls.
We did the Whack Pack feedback, and we did all the phone
We get
calls.
paid to goof off next.
Yeah, you stumped him.
We really are the White Devils. You can call us crackers anytime you want. We're pieces of crap. No. But it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, the pleasure to meet you.
Holy shit.
See, it was a joke.
You are
It was-
a fucking idiot.
that's
Stay
douche
away from the
chili.
guests.
I will. I
You're
told you
an
I will.
asshole.
I have a question. At
You-
what
Sal,
point? At
you're-
what
you're-
point did you make him feel better
Let me hear.
by saying that you're a white devil?
Okay, I'll tell you.
And
I'll
call
tell
us
you.
crackers.
Listen to
Right.
this. Listen to
Oh,
this.
but when he said,
Boys, Run DMC, Davey DMX, front row, 1987, Together Forever tour. Had my jersey on.
Weren't you in a hip hop group?
Yeah, real bad one. I won't embarrass.
G-Man was his
My name was G-Man. Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure.
What Thank you for great
What
years.
does Russell Simmons care that you sat in the front? What are you trying to show him? You're down with the brothers? You
I lined his
fucking
pockets.
retard? You're an asshole.
Now with the
So that
lining
buys
his pockets.
him an audience with you.
Yeah.
You're the annoying asshole.
You paid to,
Dude.
to insult him.
I was
And
in the
Sal,
middle.
you're making it seem like he's the kind of guy who would call you a cracker in private life.
No,
like, yeah,
I
mean,
was-
like,
no, I'm not, Artie.
Call
I
me
was-
a cracker like he wants to
You're
do
the guy
that.
people avoid, Sal.
Right.
Please leave my guests alone.
I was playing into the fact that he called you the N-word 5 times. The reason why he was here, Howard, is because he made racist statements to begin
so
with.
what? Stay away from my
Where
guests.
is-
But that's the only reason why I said that
No,
I was
Sal, stay away
easing
from
the
my
tension.
guests.
I'm going
easing
to.
the tension. There's
What
nothing.
tension?
There's no tension there.
All right.
You're making
but,
the tension.
But I have stayed away from the guests. That was the only time I was caught in the shuffle right in the middle of the hallway leaving this studio.
I don't care.
It was
Act
bad
like
timing.
you don't work here. I see interns here. They don't even say hello to me. That's what you got to do.
Okay, but I have, and I'm sorry about this one guy. But the truth of the matter is, when he spewed out the N-word 5 times at you, and he's
Yeah.
a follower of Hitler, and
Oh,
he promotes
he is
Public
not-
Enemy.
He's a follower of Hitler. Listen to what you just said.
Listen to me.
Dude.
You're insane. The guy is a good dude. He
He's
did
a great
nothing to
dude,
you.
but I'm just
I
joking
had
with him, and I'm sorry.
Don't joke
And I won't.
with anyone. Your jokes are no good.
Okay, done.
Howard,
You're a mutant.
I'm getting all sorts of facts about Sal. Sal, did you sneak into a Beastie Boy concert once, run into Chris Rock, and tell Chris Rock that black people don't like the Beastie Boys?
Yes.
Did you say niggas don't like the Beastie Boys?
No, I said, what's a black guy like you doing at a Beastie Boy concert? And he laughed. It was a joke. We can joke around. My God, we're such
I don't care.
We're in such an uptight fucking society.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to relax themselves,
Yeah,
man.
because we
It's
got
just
you
chill
who
the
is
fuck out.
intolerant of everything.
No, I'm not. But everybody needs to fucking relax, man. Just like lighten up.
No.
You only live once.
I don't need
tell
to
all
relax.
the jokes you can
I
tell
told you
and
I
die.
run a business.
I know
can't-
you do, and I
can't
respect
have you
that.
running around like a fucking marauder.
And I won't.
So if we only live life once, can I tell a bunch of jokes about your wife?
You have, stupid.
Can I tell more?
Go ahead. What do I care?
Well,
Hey, I'm not.
I mean, what's the big deal?
I don't complain about my wife jokes. I went to a comedy show this weekend. 4 guys had emotional friend T-shirts on, 4 in a row. What do I care? I could take it. I'm saying that with Russell Simmons in that situation.
All right, you've said it.
You know, he was here because you didn't even want him on the fucking show.
Hey,
and you know what?
I
Here
told
he
him
goes.
that. It's got nothing to do with your thought process.
I know, and
it's
I realize
all my
that.
thought process.
As
It's
far-
all me.
As far
not
as
you.
I know,
It's not your life. It's
I know,
mine.
I know, but you can't call me. The fact that you call me a retard over
You're
explaining
retarded.
something and shaking a
You're
guy's
an
hand.
asshole.
All right, but when other people manipulate your words, aren't you angry?
What?
When people, I'm saying that you're accusing me of manipulating this guy's words, like
I
making
don't
the
want you
assumption of the Jew
manipulating.
with the 5 fingers.
I don't want you assuming
It happens
anything.
to everybody.
And I really
all the
don't want
time.
you talking about the guests.
I won't. What
you
the
say
fuck?
dumb shit.
I don't say dumb shit. It makes perfect sense.
Oh,
if you put
my
all,
God.
if you put all the
No,
facts
Sal,
together, it makes perfect
Sal.
sense. All right, fine.
I don't want you thinking anymore.
All right. I know what this is all about. Very good.
What's it
I
all
am
about?
Oh,
really-
it's all about everybody has to look smarter by bringing Sal in, and I speak the
No,
fucking
Sal,
truth.
stay away from the guests.
I'm staying
and
away.
then
You're
then you
paranoid
don't-
about
Then you
that.
don't look anything.
No, but immediately, like,
You-
I'm retarded, and
you're
Artie
an
jumps in and
asshole.
says, makes the assumption that I think every Jew is cheap because Russell Simmons' statement.
Exactly what
It's
you
not-
said.
You made the connection, man.
I made the connection.
We didn't make it.
Yeah, but
You
based
did.
on the facts, I made that connection.
Who's
What
facts?
facts?
What
Your
facts?
facts.
Follower Louis Farrakhan puts out hip hop artists that
come
knock
on.
the white people.
How do you know he's a
called
follower?
Howard Stern a nigger 4 times. That's all fine.
You're bringing up
But
the
when
Farrakhan.
Sal,
Someone loaded you up with this Farrakhan statement.
It's a fact. Will's
I
got
know.
it.
Someone loaded you up. You didn't have that yesterday. Don't, give me a fucking break.
But doesn't matter though.
Okay. Please stop arguing. I don't
I'm
want
not
you.
arguing. You're the one calling me a retard. I'm
You're
defending
an
myself.
asshole.
All right, fine.
It's simple. The facts are clear. You talk about facts. The facts are you're an asshole.
I'm an asshole because I made an assumption on his statement.
You're an asshole because you bother my guests.
But I won't do that anymore.
That's why you're an asshole.
I
You're
told
entitled
you.
to your private thoughts. Keep them private.
Okay.
You don't like a guest, or you have a problem with a guest, or you feel a guest uncomfortable. Don't worry about it. Let me handle it. I
And
don't
that
need
will
you.
be the
You're not
case.
the ambassador on the show.
I never said I was. But I got lost in the shuffle outside.
Does it say
and I got in trouble.
ambassador Sal Governal on
No.
your resume? No. You're not the ambassador for this show.
I realize that, and believe me, I don't look at myself that way.
You're a mutant.
He's a douchebag.
Right.
Howard, let me ask you a question before I hang up.
Sure.
Did you hear about Monday, July 30th being Artie's Day?
No.
12 beautiful New Jersey beauties come to celebrate Artie Lang.
This sounds like a
Who's
plug.
the douchebag now? What a jerk.
Well, there you go. Takes one to know one.
For the record, I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
All right. Well, whatever. I've never talked to it for your own. Just
I play you more
edification.
wrap-up show, but it'll only
That's
get me
enough.
more fired up.
No, I kind of want to hear it.
It is. It's fascinating trying to figure out how his mind works.
Now, here he is insulting Jason.
This is very simple. Don't ask Jason anymore. And if Jason thinks it works for the website, he will ask you guys.
Yeah, this was saying to Sal, you don't need to be in pictures with the guests.
Right. Don't ask for pictures.
And I put Jason in charge. I said, you work the camera. No more pictures of Sal with the guests, period. Come to me if there needs to be a decision made.
All right, you want a guy who logs the show to make that call?
Well, that's what I do.
Yes, I do.
Qualified for that.
Yes, he absolutely is.
Okay. You
More
think
qualified
Jason's-
than you,
I do.
asshole.
You think you're more qualified than
To
me?
decide which pictures to take for the website? Yeah, you fucking asshole.
all right.
I totally am.
Okay.
Why don't you
All
flip
right.
through the releases
All
again
right.
and look for
Hey, I
his
asked-
phone number?
I asked.
You fucking.
No, I never did that.
I saw you do it with my own eyes. You don't know where the line
I
is.
didn't roll
Through a Rolodex.
And the other thing
Yes,
is,
you did.
and it's totally insulting
It
to
was
say
a
that
porn
Jason
star.
just logs the show. You know he does more than that. You know he's
no,
a
but I'm
producer
saying,
of the
like,
show.
why is it his call?
Because that's what we've empowered
Okay.
him to do. What
right.
the fuck are you involved in it for?
Are you saying Jews can't make that kind of call?
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
Jason is in
Okay.
charge of taking
All right.
photos for the website.
It's Jason's call.
We
Very good.
trusted him to decide what we need and what we don't need.
Yeah, he's amazing. I mean, listen to this.
What was the uneasiness that you felt from Russell Simmons that needed to be rectified?
Not an uneasiness. I just think I had the ability to make him feel more at ease since I was a stranger and he felt foolish.
Had you
calling-
not approached him, there'd be no uneasiness in that scenario.
Very true, but that's a good point. End of story, Gary. I don't know where to go from there.
What is wrong with him?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
He's not a bright guy, right?
No.
Is that
don't-
what it is? But he seems to me like when he does those phony phone calls and stuff, he seems to have a
He's
great...
an idiot savant.
Is that it?
That's what it is.
But,
He's
I mean-
good at that.
Yeah, he's probably doing good things for all the wrong
I
reasons.
mean, here's the
and
deal
you
too.
just
It's
don't know it
how
until
many
you talk to
comedians?
him.
How many comedians come through this door and they're very, very funny people?
Right.
But how many of them are like? Would you say are Mensa category?
Right.
Seriously.
No,
I always think comedians are smart guys.
they are, but Sal's
You
not
know
a
what?
comedian.
They're smart
isn't.
about comedy,
Right,
but
right.
not much else.
I grew
It's
up with
like
a lot
Mike
of kids who
Tyson
can
is
make
smart
funny
about
photos.
boxing, but you wouldn't want him to do heart surgery.
Most comedians I know, are bright guys. Like they have this observational ability.
Some.
But,
Well, probably the
but
guys you
Artie's saying
respect.
Sal's not a
Sal
comedian.
calls up an Asian woman on a fucking cable station and calls her a cunt. What is funny? I mean,
Hey, like
I mean,
knob.
it's funny, but it's not smart.
Right.
I mean, there's 8th graders who can do what he does.
I'm simply saying you enjoy his work, but he's
Right.
coming from a place you couldn't even imagine.
Right, he's a man-child.
He's the
Yeah.
comedy
Right.
equivalent of Jackass.
Right.
It's like it doesn't necessarily take smarts to shock yourself in the balls with like a cat zapper or something, but it's funny.
It's true. It's true. You're right. I mean, I listen to this thing where they call the public access show. It's so funny to me, but it is.
Of course it is. It's rude. It's horrible.
And you think he's doing it from a lofty place of, I know this is rude and horrible, but he probably isn't.
I mean, it doesn't make him Lenny Bruce.
No, Steve Martin can do something stupid, but
doesn't-
there's intelligence behind it.
Doesn't he do stand-up though?
But
But it's not real good.
I don't know about his stand-up.
All right, where are you coming from all of a sudden? Like, I've never knocked you. I admire you. I think you're a funny guy.
Sal,
Should
we're
I play
getting
the voicemails if you call me up telling me that you think I'm a great comedian and you think should I do? I mean,
did I ever say I think
but
you're
why-
a great stand-up comedian?
No, but why? Where is this all coming from? And first of all, the public access shows, yeah, they are childish, they are stupid, they are.
I think they're funny. I didn't say they weren't funny.
But it's also the nature of the show.
Right,
But
I
what
know.
about doing things like Chinese confusion? Who ever thought of conference calling 2 Chinese women repeating the same order back and forth to each other?
I don't know.
Or my turban is dirty. Or calling Gary telling him you're a fucking flu over the phone lines. Is that fucking childish and stupid?
My
It
turban
might
is
be.
dirty.
Yeah, but or
Is that
how
a real
about-
call?
how about- Yeah, it's a real
It
phone.
is?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I mean, but why are you ripping me, Artie?
I'm not ripping you. I'm trying to explain. Howard asked me a question.
I might be stupid. I might come off a little retarded. I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm dedicated to this fucking show.
We all are.
I write my
It's not a
balls
question
off.
of that.
And when the roasts come, that's an opportunity for me to show everybody my writing abilities, and I do very well.
You
and
do
I'm proud of it.
fantastic at
You
that.
are
And you know
good.
what? And on stage during stand up, and I'm glad that you put me on it, Artie. I don't get booed.
Sal, you know what
I kill at my
no,
comedy
but
shows.
booing and stuff, that doesn't matter.
I might not have 15 years under my belt like you, Artie, but I'm trying, man.
I don't think I'm
And
God's gift to comedy either, Sal.
But
I'm
I
just
think
saying
you are,
that. I'm
but-
saying.
But I think you are a funny guy, and I don't knock you. I'm a guy trying to make it.
Howard asked me a question. Do I think he said? Do you? Sal's not bright, right? And I go, well, I don't know. I mean,
You're not bright.
And then he
All
says,
right.
but he makes the phony. He brought up the phony phone calls, and they're all very funny. I laugh very hard at them, but I don't think it means that you're some kind of genius or.
But I'm not saying I'm a genius either. But you said in one sense, I'm not a comedian, and I have an 8th grader could do what I do.
Well, some of it, but an 8th grader can do what I do.
Well, let's
too.
judge.
But Fred said to me, Fred made a statement that I was sort of reacting to. He said, a lot of comics come in here, but are they Mensa? I don't know about Mensa, but I think a truly funny stand-up comic, most of them are bright guys. Most of them are smart guys.
All right, I happen
That's
to like-
different than a phony
I
phone
think when
call.
Sal and Richard called the public access show and said cunt lips.
Yeah, right. It's great. That's
was great.
amazing. I
But
grew
the
up
thing
with a
is-
kid who used to do that all the time, and we used to laugh. I mean, he did. He called up.
Is he free to work here?
Will he bother the guests?
Yeah. Wait, does he know to leave the guests alone?
I'll never. This had to be 1981. This guy Moss Klein, who was a writer for the Star Ledger, sports writer. He was on a cable access show. And my friend, this kid Wayne Montagna, nutty guy, calls up. It's live television, and says, "I have a question for Moss Klein." And they put a close up of Moss Klein's face, and he goes, "Moss, I was reading an article. It was very intriguing. I was hoping you could comment on it." And he goes, "What was it?" He goes, "Is it true you gave Yogi Berra a blowjob?" So now Moss Klein's face gets horrified. Looks at the guy. The host is roughly. He goes, "Oh my God, you ass!" And they have to go to a commercial. We had that on tape. We watched it at every party. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. That kid who made that call is now in prison.
Right.
So I mean, I don't think that
What
kid
a
is out.
shame.
I don't think that kid
He
is
could
out.
have had a
for
high-paying job here.
Well, I'm just saying that.
And then yesterday on Raw Dog, you called the Killers of Comedy the Hack Pack.
Come on, I'm kidding around, dude.
That's not right.
And then I said, I'm
this
kidding.
after this big argument you got in with Levy and apologized, and you brought him back into your shows,
I'm busting his
you
balls.
called his production the Hack Pack.
Right. Well, I'm busting his balls.
Oh, but Sal, come on. Do you see any of their points? Do you know, not so much about what you said, but the fact that you're approaching guests and everything?
Yes.
You seem to take offense to the fact that they don't want you near guests, though, because you feel like
No, they're
you
right.
could contribute something.
They're right. They're right. I mean, what can I tell you? They're right. I don't know. I guess Russell Simmons, he's a good guy. Everybody's great. Wonderful.
Hey, that goes for you too now? Stay out of little green rooms. Because I see you go in and say hello to guests like, "Hi, I'm Richard Christie. I'm just a big fan of yours." Don't want to see it no more.
If it's people I know, I go in there to say
you
hi.
Stay the hell out. You stay away from the guests also.
If John the Stutterer wants to say hi to me, I can't go in the green
Nope. Stay away from him. No more. No more.
Do you think Sal was out of line calling himself the White Devil to Russell Simmons yesterday?
It was a little weird, I'll admit that. But you know what? Fuck
By
it.
the way,
Life's too short
I have
to stress over that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was a little weird, I'll admit that. But I still love him.
You know what I'm looking forward to on Howard TV?
What?
They did a Daniel Carver Cribs. They go to his house.
Oh, that's great.
One of our producers went out and did a whole shoot at Daniel Carver's place in Georgia. This is a guy named Lee.
I'm gonna get pissed because he probably you get a lot for your buck down there.
Yeah,
I'm
you're good.
afraid he's got like a compound,
palatial spread
with a pool.
Well, here's some of the notes I got back. I don't know if Lee's around, but Lee's
is?
here. He's on his way. Okay.
Because the greatest thing ever was Daniel Carver's son after the last Family Feud during a commercial. And listen to this, Klan people, was begging Howard to come over for a pool party. He was like, come on, you gotta come down, Howard. You gotta, have a pool party.
Hey, Lee.
You're all star fuckers.
What's funny, too, is like Lee's Jewish, and they didn't even tell Daniel.
That's great.
Right, Lee? Yeah, good idea. You don't want to deal with that hassle.
Daniel can't spot a Jew. That's the best thing about him. He
Yeah.
hates
Yeah,
somebody can't tell one from the other.
I don't think I look too Jewy.
Right,
So
you don't.
he probably saw my short blonde hair and figured
You
I
look
was
very
just-
Aryan, actually.
Exactly.
You look like the Hitler Youth guy.
All right, here's some notes from Lee. People will be surprised to see how nice Daniel's house is. Daniel built it himself over 10 years ago. It sits on about 5 acres of land, about 1.5 hours outside of Atlanta. Here's a clip of his. We can actually see this, I think. There's his house. Look at that.
And if you actually,
That's pretty nice.
It's a nice house.
Yeah.
Wow. And look at all the acres.
About 5 acres. Wow. The back is even bigger, where you could see the bottom level, the basement.
Oh, so it goes down.
It
It's
goes
like built
down.
on a. Oh,
It's all
I
on a
see
big
it.
hill.
Yeah, like it goes down that hill.
I'm surprised there's no lawn jockey.
Oh, wait. Daniel lives. I'll read you more. Daniel lives on a private road. Oh, and listen to the county he lives in. He lives in White County.
Yes.
Probably picked it just for the name.
Exactly. I mean, he mentioned that he used to have a house before that, but people were driving by and shooting at it.
Really?
So, when we were leaving, we noticed that sign, which, I have a photo of, but it says White County, and obviously it's perfect.
Daniel did not want to wear his Ku Klux Klan gear. He said something to the effect of, "I ain't always about hating niggers all the time when I'm at home. That's why I moved here."
That's just a job. He at
Yeah.
home, he's a laid back kind of
He
guy.
wants to get away from it all.
Yeah, he goes, "That's why I moved here, to get away from them."
Reggie Jackson said that he's not all about baseball. I remember that in an interview.
Here's your answer. Daniel also has lots of little statues of black people all over the place. He's got one sitting on a bench in his front yard eating a piece of watermelon.
And we have video of that, but it's
Let me
one
see
of the first
that.
things you see.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Look at that. Oh,
wow.
is that creepy?
Yeah.
First of all, that looked like a white guy in blackface. Is that Al Jolson or something?
Yeah. Isn't that creepy?
That is
Oh,
really.
he built it a nice little gazebo.
Looks like James Brown.
What level of whatever?
When Lee asked him about the concrete statues, he said that he used to build concrete niggers all the time back when he lived in his old house.
Right. Remember, he used to sell those.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't walk into the house and it says, "Welcome to KKK land." You start looking around, you see pictures and stuff.
Right.
And then you
realize something's up.
Yeah, you look around and you see these little black statues, and his wife collects dolls, and we have a really good clip of this where he explains the dolls. Now, you go up to this attic, okay?
Yeah.
And it's a finished attic, and it's thousands of dolls. And so I'm like, I have to take you up here and have you show us dolls because, this Klansman showing us dolls is just, that alone is incredible.
Wow, that's creepy
So
times 10,
We're
too.
looking around, and all of a sudden you see this section, and it's just black dolls. So we have Daniel
They're
explain-
segregated?
He explains
Yeah,
how he
of course.
segregated the dolls.
Let's hear that. I got it.
Over on the right here, we got the colored section. We got Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, Colin Powell, just a whole bunch of niggers.
Now, why do you have these guys up here? Tell us why you have these guys up here.
They're dolls, and she collects dolls, and we don't discriminate.
Oh my goodness!
We do keep them separated. We segregate. We got the colored dolls in this little area.
Funny. He even keeps the dolls separate.
When he says she, is he talking about his wife?
Yeah, the wife.
His wife collects
Yeah.
the dolls.
Wife's a racist, too.
And here I am thinking the whole time, like, if this guy knew who he was talking to,
Right.
what would he do with me? Throw me like
Yeah,
in
you
the-
might not get out of there.
We might never see you again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he has famous like black people as dolls. They think about black people more than anyone I know.
I know.
really
Well, that's
weird.
what I'm always saying. There's really sort of a love affair there because he's obsessed.
Like, why? If you hate black people, why would you have statues of black
Right.
people?
Just get them out of your sight.
Like, I like the game chess, so I would have, like my friend bought me a candle in the shape of a chess piece, and I really like it, but that's something I like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
That's
something I
why you're
hate.
displaying it. Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't really get it out of him, like why he would do that. It was so weird.
In his dining room, he's got Aunt Jemima dolls.
Yes.
Daniel actually says on camera while picking one up, this one here reminds me of Robin.
Yeah, we have that.
Let me see that.
I'm in his thoughts, too.
He does.
Yeah, this little Aunt Jemima nigger here kind of reminds me of Robin, so it's my favorite little collector nigger here. I gotta have one around. That'd be a good one.
Oh, my God.
Now, keep in mind, that's where his family eats.
Yeah.
So it's like
All
to the left
day,
of them,
every
it's,
day.
hey, you want some turkey? And, there's
There's Aunt Jemima.
doll. So
Daniel took us to the kitchen, showed us his fridge, which had a big piece of watermelon in it. Lee asked him why he'd have watermelon of all foods in there. And he says, because I thought Robin was coming over.
we have a clip of that.
He probably, he's thinking of jokes.
This is a refrigerator part. We got milk, watermelon. We got that. I thought Robin might be coming, so I had her a watermelon.
It'd be
Very
great if
sweet and hospitable of him.
It'd be great if you went there and you went, wow, and you just grabbed it and just started devouring it. Like,
and eat it in your bare feet.
I run out and sit on the cement with it, like the other blacks he has.
You got any chicken?
Hey, you're lucky you didn't have bagels and cream cheese for me. So,
Daniel's very computer savvy. He checks stocks on his computer in the basement and even has a laptop in his truck for his roofing jobs.
That was one of the oddest things. The last thing you would think is that this guy could even log on to a computer.
Right.
So,
Because Artie can.
I can't.
Yeah. So, we go in the basement. And he just immediately sits down on the computer. I'm like, what do you do? I'm like, you have a computer? He's like, yeah, get on here. And he's got one of those programs where the stocks are just constantly updated. So I'm like, well, what do you do? He's like, well, I don't really buy stocks much. I just sort of look at them, see how they're doing. Sirius is doing, he's like giving me an update.
Does he have Sirius stock or?
He didn't really say. He said he doesn't have, he doesn't have a lot of money, so it's more about just keeping up on them.
Right.
But
why, if you're not investing?
Right. Why would you look?
I have no idea. But the odder thing is that in his pickup truck, which he uses for his roofing business, he has a laptop in there, and he drives around wherever they're doing their job. He steals a Wi-Fi signal and has this laptop, and he just, listens to the show and just does whatever
you're
he does.
kidding.
You would never think, but
Wow.
he's very.
He can hop on Wi-Fi. He even knows how to do that.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on here? It's
He's
so
the man.
odd. So odd.
Getting ready for the big race war.
But very nice home.
When is that going to air on Howard
I believe
TV?
it will September. In September, we start editing it in a couple weeks, and just to plug another Cribs, like Tabitha Stevens.
That's on now.
That's on now.
Yeah, a lot of
I know
people digging
she's
that.
dying for us to mention that. That's a very interesting house as well. That her husband actually shot that for us.
Right.
So.
You want to say something, Ganj?
Hey, Lee, didn't Daniel invite you to dinner?
Well, yeah. Here's what's funny is that we get done shooting, we go back down that private road, and that's when I discovered the White County sign. And he pulls up in this Lincoln Continental, which, in New York is no big deal because that's every car service.
Right.
But, he loved the fact that he had a Lincoln in Georgia. And he rolls down the window, and I'm expecting a shotgun to come out. And he says, we're going to get some steaks, y'all, because we were starving. So he knew we wanted to eat. He's like, y'all want to come with us to eat some steaks? And we're just like, we're going to get closer to Atlanta.
Right.
That's okay.
It's a little uncomfortable here.
Yeah.
We're going to get closer to the Michael Vick big dog fight. We have tickets for.
Did you see any live blacks down there in White County? Or
No, and that's why he is living there. He wants to stay as far away from
But he'll have black
Except
statues.
that he's collecting blacks.
Yeah, that's the odd thing.
There's a video of his wife playing with the Michael Jordan doll.
She didn't want to be on camera unless she got paid. But it was the most surreal thing I have certainly shot.
Well,
since
his
I've been
wife.
here.
That's
That's
what was so.
interesting. The wife needs to be paid, huh?
I guess she's been on the show a couple times, like Family did the Family Feud or
Well,
whatever.
the great thing about that Family Feud episode, I actually watched that recently again on Howard TV, which is just that archive stuff is so amazing. But like Daniel. As fucked up as it is to say, Daniel has a certain charm about him.
Yeah,
I understand what you mean.
And his wife doesn't. His wife is completely
Nor the
unfiltered.
son.
Right, and the son is too. But the wife when she says something hateful, it's like really she's like, "Fuck the Jews."
Yeah, next to the wife, Daniel seems like he's the head of the
It
ACLU.
was like he was the nicest, like you think Daniel's so heinous. He was so sweet compared to the rest of his
I
family.
mean, I will say. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
was just going to say. I will say this. He welcomed us into his home. He was very nice. Offered us drinks. And I actually felt a little bad. He's like, "We got some green iced tea. You want some green iced tea?" I almost felt a little bad because we weren't like avoiding telling him I was Jewish because we're trying to play a trick. We're I guess trying to be a little respectful.
But why would you tell anybody that
Why
anyway?
would you have to announce that just because you're in Daniel's house?
Just because he's in the Klan, and he probably would say, "Get the hell out."
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would. I mean, I think that you're with Howard and he's getting attention in television. I think he'd let you stay. I mean, I think he's a bit of a bullshitter on some levels.
Yes,
but
Doug.
he was very nice to us.
It was funny when Lee was approaching his house that morning. He sent me an email. He goes, "Just so you know, I'm entering the house right now. So if you don't hear from me again, you know where I was last."
Actually,
he's sending out SOSs.
I actually emailed the directions to his house.
Should've worn a yarmulke.
saying this is where I'm at. in
Yeah,
case-
I mean, I told him, I said, "Listen, Robin's black, Howard's Jewish. He comes here, he knows. He's not going to be pissed."
Steve Langford, Howard 100 News.
The killers of comedy on the warpath. The Reverend Bob Shuley, Sal, and Richard blowing their stacks over comments made by Artie Lang on the Raw Dog channel, reportedly calling the killers of comedy the Hack Pack.
It's a better name, you got to admit it.
It is good.
Kidding around is one thing, but is this bad for business?
No.
Oh,
Yes.
there goes Bob Levy again. He always thinks you're hurting his business.
Yeah.
Well, Bob really just think that most of the jokes are aimed at him.
I know.
I mean, it was so joking around. It's just, I mean, come on, can we grow up here?
He feels Artie doesn't have respect for what he does.
Howard, I don't want to slow you down, but Shuley's out here and he's like genuinely angry, not like fucking around angry. He says even though Artie says it's a joke, he always seems to take jokes at their expense.
Bring him in.
I don't understand. I mean,
Let's give this a few minutes, Robin.
All right, let's see where this.
Shuley, you have your time with Artie. Go ahead.
I just want to say, he's very nice to us. He asks us to work with him and do shows with him, and that's great. And, we all bust each other's balls behind the scenes, but when he's on the air and stuff, he takes shots at us, and it's like, this is, we're doing a comedy tour. It's like you're sitting there saying that basically we suck.
No,
You're trying to sell tickets.
I don't know if I said that. I mean, you work with me all the time. Why would I put you on the show if I think you suck?
Well, that's what I was asking myself when I heard you make that
well,
comment
then you
yesterday.
might come to the conclusion that I'm joking around.
But why do you have to do it on the air all the time, man?
I'm sorry.
But no, it's the same thing with Levy. A couple weeks ago, you said the same exact thing about him.
Now, Hack
and it's
Pack
like,
was a new thing. I thought that was funny.
Whatever. It's funny. It's funny when it's
If
us
I said
backstage
it off
fucking
the air,
around.
it would seem a little more serious, don't you think? I mean, on the air, I'm breaking your job.
I think there's many a truth said in jest. I think you think they're a little bit hacky.
No, I don't. I have Shuley works with me all the time.
Artie's come up to me personally and said, he really likes when I host his shows. He wants me to host.
And how
more of
do I
his
show
shows.
that? By hiring you quite a bit.
I understand that, but then you come around and you say that on the air. It's mixed messages. It's mixed signals, Artie. You gotta,
Okay, I'm very sorry. I didn't know I had another girlfriend I'm sending mixed signals to.
It's not a girlfriend. It's just somebody that
You're
I
acting
thought,
cunty and bitchy about it.
No,
you just are.
you know what it is? If nobody would have heard it, then it wouldn't be a joke. Like
Would
it's
it be a
joke
joke?
now because somebody heard
Would
it.
it be a joke if Shuley went on shows and said Artie's a shitty comedian?
I don't care.
You don't?
A lot of people say that. I don't. I mean, I don't get all mad at him.
You're a comic.
I really don't take it that seriously.
You would totally care if other comics went on other shows saying that you suck or
I've heard that before.
Fans aren't happy with this or that. Like
when did I
you'd be
say
pissed.
fans aren't happy with?
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing examples out there. I'm just saying.
Honestly, you know what? Then I don't want to work with you anymore.
Well, whatever, dude.
Good,
You
fine.
say
Now I don't want to work with you anymore.
But you
just
seems that
talked
way when
yourself
you make,
out of work.
It's not about work for me, dude. It's about me getting across the point that either you're with us or you don't want
I
us
don't
with
really
you.
think about it that much.
Well, but dude, it's kind of a shit move when you sit there and you go, "Oh, you guys want to come play Detroit with me?" And then you go, "Oh, by the way, come buy your tickets for me and the Hack Pack in Detroit."
I didn't say that. I didn't say I was in the Hack Pack.
But that's the kind of
You didn't say he was there.
pitch that you throw
It's
out
only
there.
the
when you
Hack
say
Pack
it.
when you guys are by yourselves.
Whatever, dude.
You're acting like a broad here, man. You really are. This
No,
is
I'm
just,
a comic. I take offense to
I
when
know,
somebody
I
calls
know,
me a hack.
I know. Okay, sorry, man.
Who's the funniest member of the Hack Pack, as you call
Funniest
him?
member? Well, Beetlejuice, probably. I mean,
I don't doubt that.
Is Bob
He's on
funnier
every
than
show.
Shuley? Who's funnier, Shuley or Reverend Bob?
I don't know. I got to think about that.
Oh.
I don't have an answer. There's no black and white answer to that.
But Shuley's really pissed. I
I
can
know.
tell.
It's just frustrating, man. I've been doing stand-up 13 years. It's not like I just started last week, you know? So it's frustrating when somebody I respect like Artie says stuff like that, you know?
Well, then listen, we should just part ways then.
Well, but I'm not the one going on the air talking shit about you. You're the one talking shit about us.
Would you prefer it if I didn't give you work and I went on and said you were a great comic?
Artie, this has nothing to do with work. This is just me coming to you as a comic to another comic saying, hey, man, that wasn't cool. That's nothing to do with work. I appreciate all the work you give me. I always say thank you every single time. I think I do a great job for you. It has nothing to do with work.
Okay, man. All right.
Whatever.
Fine. Okay. What do you want me to do?
Nothing. I just wanted to state my case. I just wanted to tell you where I stand. That's all.
I understand.
Okay. Thank you.
Shirley's like a chick.
He really is. They all are. Levy's like a woman too. I mean,
you know what? If we sat there, if we got on the air,
play the tape of me on that show. It's so joking around.
But Artie, you don't understand. There's a huge percentage of people that listen to this show that whatever comes out of your mouth is gospel to them.
Okay, this is the same argument. This is the same argument. Like the last roast, people were afraid to laugh at jokes about me.
No,
I don't even know what. I don't know what that is. So ridiculous.
It's Artie. It's absolutely true. It's
so you
absolutely
think it's
true.
affecting your business? You guys do a lot of business. I thought
we do a lot of business.
So
but
how
when you
am I
go on, but when you go on the air and go, these guys are the Hack Pack. That's not an advertisement saying it's a great show. Go buy tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
No, I mean I'm kidding around. I tend to.
But what I'm saying is there's
sometimes
Ralph, what do you think?
Sometimes on the Raw Dog Comedy Channel, sometimes I joke around.
Go ahead. What?
Shirley knows what I think. Is it Artie's job to do advertisements for you? I mean, he's making a joke.
No, but does he have to put us down?
Shirley, just let me get my point out. I don't see how you guys can sit. First of all, Artie, the Hack Pack, that's brilliant.
I mean, whatever. I mean,
I don't know how you guys you bust balls, and that's what you do. And I think anybody who listens to this show knows that. It's like do it off the air. I don't get what you're saying.
No,
I mean, it's busting balls.
But we do it in a way where it doesn't affect business, dude. It doesn't. We're all on the same team, man. We're all on the same team, bro. We're all working together.
Yeah,
why would you hammer somebody on the air and say something that's not necessarily true?
But Artie puts himself down.
But you sound
I put myself down all the time. I put myself down too. All the comics put themselves down.
Julie, you sound whiny. You come off like
Ralph. If anybody would know what a fucking cunt would sound like, it'd be you. So just keep it down.
No, don't do that. Don't call me a cunt.
Listen,
that might affect Ralph's cunt business.
Yeah. Sorry, look. You know what? I could easily smile in somebody's face one day and then go on the air and trash them. Which seems to be the MO around here, and I'm not going to do that.
If Ralph was a shitty stylist, he'd be upset.
Oh, absolutely. And I've told him that. Oh, sure you do. Sure you do.
You could say that.
Ralph, you remember when we first started, when you first came up here, before even Howard was on, the Serious News team was here working. Ralph gets out of the elevator. One of the reporters goes to interview him, and she goes, you're Howard's makeup artist? And he goes, no, I'm Howard's stylist. And he wouldn't talk to her after that. He refused to interview her.
You know what, Julie? No, she wanted to ask, I didn't know who this fucking broad was. She wanted to ask me questions about the work that I do with Howard, which is private, and I wasn't going to answer a bunch of fucking questions.
So you were being cunty, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were, Ralph.
That's being protective of my client, dummy.
Well, I'm being protective of my comedy and my material and comedy.
With all sincerity, in your opinion, are they kind of hacky? These guys?
No, I said that because I know they're very sensitive to that, and I was kidding around and joking around. But apparently, I don't want to. If
you know what, Artie? Ever since Sal, you said you were dedicated. You're dedicated. You're going to a Moose Elk farm. You're sleeping through half the show. You're not that fucking talented, Artie. You are so unloyal. It's ridiculous.
See, this aggravates the shit out of me.
Good. I'm glad. I hope it burns your thick head. You.
I may not really go to a Moose Elk farm. That was a joke too.
You are the biggest mama's boy. Talk about cunts. You, mommy. You'll never have a wife, Artie. You'll never have a wife. You're unloyal. You're not a good friend. You do something good one day, and the next day you pull it out from someone. I wasn't going to call, Artie, but I had to call because you are so unloyal. It sickens me.
Marianne, part of the smelly cunt pack. That's...
All right, there you go.
Hey, Howard, can I say something?
Yeah, let's go to Mutt for 1 second.
Okay,
Mutt,
sure.
go ahead.
Hey guys, Shirley, weren't you guys busting my balls on the way I run my website and host my show this weekend?
Were we busting your balls about the way you run your website and how you host your show? I guess so, yeah.
I mean, it was all in good fun, but basically that was an attack on me saying I don't let people have opinions. I'm a dictator.
But do people pay?
Surely, why is that okay? Why do you attack Mutt? It's going to make him feel bad.
Right. Well, I know Mutt's a celebrity, and I apologize.
Well, Mutt is
for
a
that.
celebrity on the channel.
Well, now you're. I mean, truly, what kind of celebrity are you? You're as big a celebrity as Mutt is.
I don't even see myself as a celebrity.
Well,
man.
then what are we talking to you for?
Well, good question. Why are you having me on your fucking shows then?
I don't know. I hired a guy a bunch of times, and he's pissed at me.
Well, yeah, because Artie, let me ask you this.
Mutt's making a good point. Everybody is getting a little, I don't know, dude.
What does the word hack mean
This
to you?
hack thing, you guys don't even know what hack means. Sal uses it.
I don't think you know
Whenever
what it
Sal
means.
uses it, he uses it in the wrong. It's so funny.
No, I use it on you. It's right.
But it is some part of Mutt's livelihood when you
Of course
sit there.
it is. Mutt's life, to a certain extent now, is running that
right, but
website.
but Mutt was on the air with us, number one, who he had a chance to talk and speak his case and say his side of the story.
I didn't say it secretly. I said it on the show that you heard.
Yeah, but first of all, let me finish. Mutt was on the air with us.
Serious. I didn't go on there with the intent.
All right, let's go to
we
Sal.
were playing
Sal wants to.
song
Well,
parodies.
let Sal weigh in on this.
Artie,
Let Sal win your argument.
Yeah, here we go. I mean, you're a generous guy. You put us on the shows and everything, and you're great to us. But it is mixed signals because the issue here is we're
sound like
not
a
like
woman.
you. We're not. No, we're not like you. We're not
Mixed signals.
Hold on. Let me explain, please. We don't have the clout you have. We don't have the strength of the audience that you have. You've earned it. But the thing is that we're guys with families and we're trying to make a living. And it would take me 80 shows to make an eighth of what you make. And we put a good ticket out there. We put on a solid show. We travel the country.
Who is saying any different?
But nobody. But when you're going out there, constantly calling Levy a hack. And
Constantly?
Well, he
I say
flipped
that
out
in
and you
the roast.
apologize.
I say it in the roast.
No, but
I say it in the fucking...
But Artie, you apologized to him just last month saying you would never happen again. So I'm just saying that we put on a good quality show for the fans and we're there for them. And what you saying hack pack, it doesn't help.
All right, let's move on. Let's go back to Steve Langford. Shuli, thank you. I respect what you have to say. Shuli is upset. I could see he didn't crack a smile during
I
that.
don't think anything.
And he is upset. I see him leaving upset.
Well, no, I mean, I don't think I can work with the guys anymore.
Really?
All right. Well, there you go.
You know, I wrote jokes for your Donald Trump roast that made the Daily News. I wrote jokes for you for... Wait, but you're laughing at. But, I think you take me seriously.
What does that have to do with anything?
But every opportunity you have, you call everybody a hack. The only people you don't call a hack is Nick DiPaolo and Greg Fitzsimmons. But everybody in this family, in this environment, you're constantly digging at and using the excuse it's a joke. So I don't get it. I think you're great, and I admire what you do for me. But I just be honest. Like, how do you really feel?
He told you. You're a hack.
Well, no,
All right, I'll take it.
I don't know. So, how do I really feel? Can we go to therapy together and figure this out?
All right.
I mean, I don't think there's one person in our audience who, because I said hack pack, would not go see those guys perform. I just don't see that. And if they're starting to see it,
I'm not going to go see them because you said that. It leads me to believe they're no good. Why should I waste my time?
It was such a joke. It was joking around.
So you're saying you don't really feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, and how many times do we say that shit on roast? We're roasting each other. Bob Levy is the guy who hosts roasts. I mean, can I give you a list of subjects I don't want you to talk about? Sal?
All right. Well, Sal is gone. I've dismissed him.
Schultz, you still, Schultz, you still seem fired up, man.
I am. I'm pissed, man.
But what about, the nature of this show and the nature of hanging out around here is that...
Hanging out is one thing. Going on the air and affecting somebody's business and ticket sales and shit like that, There's a huge portion of this audience, what I was trying to say, that have a sheep mentality, that as soon as they hear something, that's what they believe. They don't question it. They don't think for themselves. 4 months ago, he said Richard was a shitty comic. Then Richard tried to go on stage for 3 shows. They wouldn't even let him get one word out. They kept yelling, he sucks. And he doesn't suck. He's a good comic. He's new at this. He's learning. And you got to give people a fucking shot. When you do something like that, you take that chance out of our hands.
Can I tell you exactly, now because I'm like what Shuli just sort of talked himself out of right now?
Yeah.
So for the New York Comedy Festival, last year I did Carnegie Hall, right?
Yeah.
So now this year...
I like that this is eating you up.
No, wait. But listen. So now this year... they want me to host a show, which is going to be like the centerpiece of the whole festival, a town hall, where I host it. I come out, I do 15 minutes, and I pick 4 of my favorite comics to showcase that night on the festival. It's a big press thing, a lot of attention because they get a lot of press for those festivals. And I honestly, and Teddy can bring in the fucking list. On the list was Shuli and Levy that I wrote down.
The hack?
To have, be... I mean, this is like, you got to put out the friends of yours who you think are really good. This is part of the New York Comedy Festival.
Understood.
It's a full night of stuff. And Teddy has the list. It says Shuli and Levy on it, both of them.
Well, I guess
and
the list
right now, I really don't want to
penalize him for saying he's upset that you call him a hack.
Because I think they're being pussies. And I don't feel like I'd rather work with a hack than a pussy.
You're going to punish them with taking away some money from them?
I mean, and it's not money. It's certainly money, but it would have been a sort of nice, prestigious attention
certainly could help him
So
with box
he
office.
was honest with you.
So
why do you
would
have to
I
punish
think?
him?
But why would I think? Why would I do that? Why would
Forget
I
that.
keep
Why
giving
do you
these
have to
guys?
punish the guy? He came in honestly and said, "I don't like when you call me a
Because
hack."
they sound like little cunts.
And
They
you don't
sound-
want to work with a cunt.
Yeah, I'd rather
Okay.
work with a hack.
Okay.
They sound annoying. You know why? Honestly, I'll tell you why. Because I'm working on eggshells around them.
Okay.
I
fair
got to
enough.
walk on all eggshells now. Am I doing something wrong? Am I insulting these little pussies? Oh. Clean your pussy, Levy.
Cunty.
It really. I don't need that.
You're telling Levy to clean his pussy?
To clean out his twat. I'm sorry, you fucking. I'll give
You're
you.
saying he has a dirty pussy?
I'll give you a list of shit I don't want you fucking talking about. How's that sound?
What is it, Tony? He wants to weigh in on this. Yes, Tone.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
All right, brother.
Hey, man, I want to say about this hack pack thing that they're showing their weakness by being sensitive to it. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about comedy, but I think I know that. You know, Artie is putting them up towards his level by even mentioning to him. It's an open invitation to crack back. And
Go ahead,
Art.
No, I'll tell you what. He's making an excellent point too, because actually, the funny thing is, I do mess around with guys I've known for a long time, calling them hacks, or that was a sort of old, unoriginal thing to do, and with guys like DePaulo. And if you're confident enough that you know you're not,
Then you
don't
shoot back.
You don't
or
get mad at it.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe they're not confident.
It's like calling a guy gay, and he's mad because he's really gay. You know, I mean, that's a good point.
Maybe Shuley isn't that confident.
Well, he should be. That's what I'm trying to tell him.
All right.
And that's exactly my point, Howard. Is that I mean, if they want to be, and they say it's because Artie has clout and confidence or whatever, and you know what, if they want to be successful, it's time to step up their game, and at least in that regard. You know?
All right.
My clout ends with this show. I have the same clout they have. I sell tickets because I'm here.
But they've sort of put you up on a pedestal that you're the guy they all want to be.
It's weird. If I left
and
this
if you
show,
say something bad to them, then they're devastated.
if I left this show, I'd be playing clubs again. I mean, look, that's a hard reality of the business, and so they're on this show and they're making money too. It's all we're all in the same.
Shuley wants to say something.
We're all in the same boat.
Exactly, we're all in the same boat. So why would Artie? Let me ask you something. What does the word hack mean to you? You're a comic. You've been doing it for a while. What does the word hack mean to you? When you say that
it means
comic's a hack.
an unoriginal thing. To me, it means an unoriginal premise that gets an easy laugh. You pander to the audience.
Okay, so why would you call me and Levy a hack and then sit there and say, "Oh, I put these guys on this list for this show"? Like, make up your mind. Do you respect what we do or don't you? And then fucking don't go on the air and say you don't. Like,
Well,
I could have
evidently
easily gone on another show and trashed you yesterday or started this shit up. I waited to talk to you man to man, face to face.
How did I trash you?
By saying the hack pack. I understand it's a fun
kidding
little
around. It was a joke. That's the point.
You always say that when we call you on it. So, and like Howard said, there's always some truth behind every joke. So what do you really feel? Is it the whole group? Is it
You made a joke in the Gary roast that he's a silverback monkey.
Right.
Do you really think that?
But
Tell
it's
me
a roast.
Tell Gary to his face.
It's a roast.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. This is
That
a comedy
wasn't a roast.
show.
The guy-
I wasn't on the McNeil-Lehrer report.
The guy said,
talking
who are the
about
killers of comedy? Are those young comics? Who are those guys? You go, oh, I call them the hack pack.
Yeah, it wasn't like that.
Hey, I just got one more thing to say about that. When Artie stops talking about you, then that'd be the time to worry.
Thanks, dude.
No worries, late.
Fun selling fruit.
Well, I see that you are upset about this, Shuley.
I am, dude. I've been doing it 13 years, man. And one thing I'm not is a hack. I pride myself on my material, my originality, and for somebody to come out and say that I'm a hack, that pisses me off. Absolutely.
All right.
I went on there and said Shuley is a hack.
No, but you say I'm part of this group, the Killers of Comedy. Whether you feel it's one person in the group, two of us, three of us, say what's on your mind, but don't generalize and throw us all in one group and say we're a bunch of hacks.
Howard, I have a lot of good qualities, but a smelly cunt Artie isn't one of them. And you wish your cunt, you big pussy, was as clean as mine because you're the 7th grader. You know how you make a joke? Cunt, pussy, twat.
See, Marianne is not a hack. She doesn't do any easy
Very
shit.
entertaining, Artie. And you know what? You're right. If you didn't have Howard, you'd be in the fucking bar somewhere with the pool table and the walls with the cocaine guy because you're nothing but a low-life asshole.
Ike is on the phone from Mad TV. Ike from Mad TV. Go ahead.
Is this Ike Barinholtz?
Yo, Artie.
Oh, Ike, how you doing, man?
Buddy, man, how you doing? Artie, you're so right, dude. You're so good to these boys. And I talked to a friend of mine who saw
the Killers of Comedy in Southern California. Said it was the worst show.
Where? What show was it? Where at in Southern Cali?
Oh God, I can't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Shuli. I like you. I think you're actually a great comedian.
Thank you.
I like you on the news. Shalom bitch is really played out, but he said
it really is.
He said
that's what hacks do.
He said Sal was so bad and so racist.
Oh, it's so
there's nothing worse. Oh, there's nothing worse than a guy who's like blue and bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, look. That's your opinion, but I happen to know Ike. He's a good guy, but I don't. I'm not at all their shows. I do horrible shows too. I've been drunk, and there's people want their money back constantly.
All right, Ike. Thank you very much, Ike from Mad TV.
Love you.
Ike's a good
Thank
guy.
you.
Yeah.
Brian, go ahead. You have the last word on this, and then we have to move along. Robin has news to get to. Yes, Brian.
I just feel if you're comedians, you should have a sense of humor, guys.
Really?
We do, man. I'm saying it again and again and again. It's the same thing.
I mean, if you want to get into
out.
overdone stuff, that guy's right. Coming back from Pittsburgh, I listened to the news. I heard Shalom bitch like 40 times in an hour. It's really, you want to jump out the window. You got douche chills from it.
Really? What about when the fans come out of your show and say they've heard the same jokes for the past 3 years?
Well, I mean, they shouldn't come to see me twice.
All right.
There's a lesson
Well,
there.
they feel it's played out too, just so you know. FYI.
I'll try. You should listen to some news reports, man. The Shalom bitch thing is like
really,
and it said so much. I mean, sometimes he says it like 8 times in a 20-minute period.
Biatch
or Shalom bitch, you know.
And I could care less about that. That has no reflection of what kind of comedian I am.
Well, I think it does.
I don't. I don't at all.
I don't think it was funny the first time I heard
If
it.
you're empty-headed enough to hear 2 words, shalom bitch, and then base that on who I am as a comic, then that's your fucking problem. I got no time to impress you or try and work
I
for
always
you.
thought Shalom Bitch was sort of a fun thing.
If it wasn't, I would have gotten a memo of some sort to stop doing it.
I'm just too lazy to write a memo.
All right. I'll stop. Sorry.
No.
Kidding.
Listen to the playback.
All right, Brian, thank you. Yeah, Clint, you're on the air.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, listen, Shuli, you got to stop fucking crying, man. If you didn't have Howard and Artie, you'd be fucking bagging groceries at Stop and Shop.
Well, and that's what I was doing part-time before I got here. And I realize that, and I appreciate the opportunity that I have, but I'm not going to let somebody talk shit about my comedy and say that I'm not original when I know that I am. I'm sorry. I'm
Again,
going
I
to stand up
don't
for
recall
myself.
saying that.
That's what a hack means.
No,
if Artie called you a nut-hugging pillow fighter, you should be thrilled. It's any kind of promotion for you.
Well, no, not necessarily. Maybe that.
Whether
Look,
you like them or not.
if that was the case, then I'd come running in here and let them throw things in my ass and let people touch my cock. I'm not. That's not my route. That's not what I do.
Well, so what are you saying? That you're talking about guys in the Killers now.
Right, yeah, you're not.
No, what I'm saying is that there's guys
But I
that
could
do
see
different.
Shuli's point. Like, if you went on Letterman and called me a hack, I'd be upset.
Well, I mean,
you can understand that.
yeah, I think recently on the Jimmy Kimmel show, you got engaged, and I said, what a fruit.
I didn't take offense.
Right, because I was kidding?
Yes, of course.
Get it?
Got it.
Plus, I am a fruit. Anybody who gets engaged is a fruit.
Yeah, poor
See,
bastard.
there
That was
is
a bad
some
idea.
truth to it.
There is truth in it, though.
Well, that's my point in all
I
this.
hate that it's true.
I think I laughed right after I even said it, and then even after I
did.
It's sort of like they said, "Who are the Killers of Comedy?" You say, "Oh, you mean the hacks?"
And he does know who you are. He knew we were kidding around. Half the shit I said about the host and he said about me. We were busting each other's balls.
Jim, go ahead. Yes, Jim. Nope. Jim's gone. All right, last word. Come on, I really do have to end this. Greg, go ahead. You're on the air in Minneapolis.
Seriously, the Hack Pack should now be called the Pussy Pack, and what a bunch of whiny bitches. How could Artie possibly insult the comedic talents of a half-rate news reporter and a couple of phony phone callers?
That's a good point.
All right, listen, Shuli, the people are speaking out. They're saying you're too sensitive. But what do I know? I mean, I understand. I'm a sensitive guy. I understand what you're saying.
Like if somebody said you're unoriginal, you would take offense to that.
I would be offended.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but don't you think you'd be a little secure if a radio guy called you unoriginal?
Yes.
I mean, would you go on and talk about it?
No, I'd probably,
No, but if the
I wouldn't
radio
give it
guy,
a second thought.
But if the radio guy has a huge percentage of people that hear what he says and believe it the second it comes out of his mouth, wouldn't you be a little upset about that?
I agree with the fact, if you're going to say that I have a unique position where I'm on the mic all the time, I understand that. I didn't say it here. I said it on Raw Dog, where probably the host Pete Dominic's family and you guys is who listens to that show.
I
don't
got
know.
emails and text messages all day yesterday about it. A bunch of
okay.
people heard it. They follow you around. Whatever show you go on, they go, Artie's here, Artie's there, and they love you and they listen to you.
I don't think I have enough power to get people not to buy a ticket to see you. You should worry more about
that.
And why would I? Yeah, what would my
That's
motive
what I don't
be?
understand. That's why it's such a mystery to me that he would go on the air and say
Because I'm
that
not
shit.
doing it with that intent.
But that's
All
what,
right, let's move on. Thank you, Shuli. Artie, I'm sorry we've run out of time for
We
this.
can't resolve this.
Jules, you're obviously still fired up, man.
I am. I was downstairs smoking a cigarette and I hear him talking about what gigs I just cost myself, and it's like I didn't do this to fucking. It's not about gigs to me. It's just about who I am as a comic. And,
It's a respect issue.
Yeah. And it's like I know a lot of people think, oh, he's crying, he's too sensitive. My point is this, I'm going to stand by who I am as a comic, and if he wants to say that shit, he can say it. But people come out, check out the show, see for yourself. One thing I know is I'm not a hack. I take very much offense to that, and. What can I say? Maybe I'll start going on other shows and talking about what the audience tells me after his shows. See how that affects him. See maybe he might be a little cunty, maybe a little pussy. Because I don't care what he says. Once you start talking about a comic material on the air, you get sensitive about that. And so that's his deal.
Now, you already kept reiterating that he was just kidding.
Well, yeah, I always say, he's always kidding when people hear it, or if it's, if he gets caught, then it's a joke. If nobody would have heard that, nobody would have sent me a message or anything. Nobody would have talked about it. And like I said before, there's definitely some truth in everything. So, look, I don't know if he feels this way about the whole group or certain people in the group, but he definitely put us all in one big pot and said that we're a bunch of hacks. That's not cool, man. And he knows the influence he has on fans. Him and Howard, they know what they say goes a long way with the fans. So
now